Hi everyone, welcome to CEO Meets. My name's Pip Wilkins. I'm the Chief Executive of the British Franchise Association, and I'm really pleased to be joined by David Watts from Chrysalis Partners. Hi David, how are you today?
Hello Pip, yeah, I'm well, thank you. Yeah, how are you?
Yeah, really good. So we wanted to find out a lot more about you today, David. So it would be great if you could give us an overview of what you do, a bit more about the kind of sector that you work in, and really, what you're looking for in your franchisees going forward.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, so we have a business coaching and consulting platform which has been designed to help small to medium businesses to grow. Based on the premise that most small businesses in the UK don't actually make their fourth birthday, 60% actually fail in the first 3 years. And that's typically because most business owners don't have the necessary knowledge to help them grow and scale a business. So what we do is work with our clients to help them grow their marketing, their sales, and their operations piece to make them more successful. And we deliver that through our franchisees. So our franchisees are called Chrysalis Partners, they're a partner, and they are there to deliver our strategies. Everything's proven. Everything we do with the client is no or low cost. So it's not necessarily going to cost them a great deal of money. And unusually for business coaching and consulting, we actually work with the client on the results and share the sort of success that we deliver. So if we grow them by £500,000, we would take a percentage of that, a relatively small one, I hasten to add, but we would help them. So we've got a vested interest in growing that business and taking them forward.
Fantastic. And you obviously established a few years back now. What sort of size is your network now?
So we've got a network of 9 franchisees as it stands today, and we're looking for more. We're keen not to grow too fast, but equally we want to get the right people on board at the same time. So our coaches do vary a little bit in their background, but typically they're people that have had some notable business success in their past, not necessarily in a sales and marketing perspective, but certainly some notable success that they can leverage, particularly in the early days, because we can't make somebody credible. But we can give them all of the tools and everything that they need to become a successful coach and consultant.
Absolutely. So the last year, it's been tough for a lot of different businesses, and we were talking just before we started recording, weren't we, about sort of clients and how that's kind of worked for you. But it's been really tough supporting franchisees and clients throughout the pandemic. Can you touch a bit on some of the things that you've been doing?
Sure. So during 2020, we recognised that it would create challenges, obviously, for the franchisees when we had the first lockdown back at the back end of March 2020. So for April and May, we halved their monthly fees so that they were not sort of contributing as much to the sort of the central HQ function. And I also froze all back-end fees. So we do take a percentage of income. It's 5%, but it's capped at £250 so that we don't penalise the most successful coaches. But we didn't take any back-end fees at all in 2020. So the coaches and the clients that they had, everything that they earned was theirs. We didn't take anything at all. So we wanted to recognise it was going to be potentially a tougher time. Having said that, the coaches weren't affected greatly by the pandemic because of all of our materials were designed from the outset to be used remotely via Zoom or Skype or similar platforms. They weren't actually affected greatly by it. And although winning new business via a Zoom call is, I have to say, it's more challenging than doing it face-to-face, of course. They were winning new deals and they were maintaining the deals. And I think we only lost 1 or 2 clients in the whole of 2020. So it was much less of an effect than I'd anticipated, which was, a wonderful thing to see. So the franchisees, of course, are always hungry. They want more deals. We all want more. But largely they were very affected very minimally in 2020, which was something very good to see from our side.
That's fab. What would you say the key attributes are in your franchisees? I mean, they're absolutely, you said, driven and hungry. But what are the kind of key things you're looking for when you're looking to bring a successful Chrysalis partner on board?
We need them to do one thing and one thing only: follow the system. I mean, we give our franchisees the best of everything that we believe is there. We're constantly reviewing. So in 2020, we actually we've got 3 main coaching and consulting packages that we offer to our clients. The entry-level one I'd deliberately written as being a standalone product early on. but I felt it could be better. So I sat down with the other directors and we rewrote it, which we thought would be a small piece of work, but ended up being a bit of a monster because, of course, it has knock-on effects to everything else that you do. But it now means that we have an entry-level system that we can offer to our clients for a few £100s a month. I don't know of anybody else offering one-to-one coaching for a few £100s a month. And it's a 6-month program. It's been designed as only a 6-month program. And at the end of that, they can upgrade to the full advanced coaching and consulting. And it's made remote coaching even easier than it was before. In terms of the actual coaches themselves, we've given them all the tools. We give them everything. We don't hold anything back. But we just want them to follow the system. And sometimes that takes you out of your comfort zone. But I would say to anybody, if you invest in a franchise, the whole benefit of the franchise piece is that it's proven, the systems aren't on trial, they all work. So even if it takes you slightly out of your comfort zone, because it's something perhaps you've not done before, follow the system. And if you can find a better way, I always say to the coaches, if you find a better way, please tell me, because we'll all start doing it. I mean, I'm not arrogant enough to suggest that everything we have is perfect, but it's the very best that we believe we can offer today. And, we're constantly reviewing to make sure that's the case. Because continual improvement's important. We push that mantra with our clients, and it's important that we do that for ourselves as well.
Absolutely. It's absolutely the model that makes franchising work, isn't it? That collaboration between franchisor and franchisee to take forward new ideas and new services that can be developed out. David, what's your plan for the remainder of this year and sort of going into next year?
So we've certainly seen the recruitment activity at HQ pick up in the last couple of months. So things are certainly, starting to liven up a little bit, which is good. We are still looking at our materials. We have a very sort of hands-on approach to support. So we have a monthly call with the guys, which is fine, which is on Zoom, which gets quite busy sometimes, but it's good. But we're certainly pushing that more. Everyone attends pretty much. It's very rare someone doesn't attend. So we've got a great sort of base in terms of the way they contribute to the network. But we want the network to contribute back to us as well. So we have a forum for the guys where they can all, share successes, talk about challenges they're having with a specific client. Have you worked with a florist before, a hairdresser before, or whatever it might be, and what were the challenges, and all the other guys contribute and talk about that, which is great. So I think what I'm keen on doing is building that community further, because the community piece is so important in franchising. When you start a business by yourself, it's just you, and it can be very lonely and very challenging. With a franchise, you've got the franchisor behind you, which in this case is obviously us. So you've got us supporting you from a HQ perspective, but you've also got your fellow franchisees, and our guys are very much a network of contributors, which is something that I can't make that happen. That comes from them. But it's a beautiful thing to see, whereby they might come up with a sequence of emails they're using with a particular client, and they'll put it up on our shared folders system and share it with the whole network. And I think that selfless approach is part of what I'm keen to sort of develop over the coming year. And take that forward so that we can all benefit from that as we strive for more business as we go for the balance of this year and into next year.
That's brilliant. Absolutely stronger together. David, thank you so much for your time today. It's been lovely to catch up with you and find out more about your brand. So thanks for your time.
Absolute pleasure. Great to talk to you. Thank you.